All right, so all packed up to head down to Uncle Mike's for a week. We got 3 Leaf games this week. Bringing the trailer, bringing Mom. Grant bailed. I'm gonna do some paranormal investigations down there, some photography. I've got a week's worth of groceries, and hidden under my week's worth of groceries somewhere in here I've got a week's worth of booze. We should be good to go. If Mom doesn't drink like she usually does, I might make it through the week with some beer. I mean, oh, there she is. Ready to go? You brought all the same stuff I did. We're gonna have 12 bags of chips. So Mom and I are doing 1950s style. We made the picnic lunch. Stop at the lake, we're halfway there. Might as well, just like when you were kids, eh? Grandma and Papa would always make the picnic, I'm sure. Yep. Wouldn't be stopping at no restaurants now. Who's got money for that? Just noticing all of the trees that are down on the side of the road here. They had a huge ice storm weeks ago, and they still haven't been able to clean it all up yet. My daughter was at the university down here. They didn't have power at the university for 4 days. And Uncle Mike and Aunt Laura were out of power for 6 days. So it was a really heavy storm that came through, and we've just passed through about 10 miles worth of forest that is just, everything is broken and smashed. It's just too much for the work crews to get it all cleaned up here, and that was over a month ago. Look at all the trees that are still down. Yeah, this highway is for all my American friends. We're heading south to the big city. Look at all the traffic down here. All the skyscrapers. Heading for the farm, Mother. Take you to the funny farm.
Alrighty. You first.
How are you going to get home?
Oh, I got legs.
I'll book myself in the funny farm. I need a vacation. Ew. She said she's got legs. Does that mean you're gonna like lift a skirt and hitchhike? Or?
Yes, I am. Would be the first time.
Yuck. All right. Look at that. Got it all set up. I've got a rye. Just waiting for the Leaf game to start. Gonna have some spaghetti with Aunt Laura and Uncle Mike and get this show on the road. Go Leafs, go. Oh shit, I hate to say it because I just had my birthday yesterday, 49. I'm losing it. I had to stop and buy toothpaste, toothbrush, deodorant, and some floss because I forgot my toiletries kit, all my shaving stuff at home. And then I just opened up my luggage and actually I didn't forget it. So 35 bucks it cost me to stop and get a toothbrush and some toothpaste. Oh, getting old. Shucks, man. I completely thought I forgot that at home. I'm sure all of you guys can relate, the older ones anyway. Nobody young watches my channel, so you guys can all relate, I'm sure. All right, just killing some time before the game in Uncle Mike's shop. He's got all kinds of stuff here. I just wanted to remind you guys, if you need any wood engravings or anything, keychains, hockey stuff, whatever. He's got lots of time on his hands, and he's always out here in the shop doing something. Woo! Leafs win! Kind of weren't expecting that.
No.
All right, Friday night, let's do this.
Gary broke both his ankles trying to jump on and off the wagon there.
Yeah, well, I've been hurt too many times. Trailer's just a rocking and a rolling in the wind. I got all this space to myself. Nobody to share it with. And somebody's feet stink. Uncle Mike's internet actually reaches the trailer, so I'm just loading up a little bit of Oblivion Remastered, and we're gonna play in the comfort of my own trailer palace. When I was a kid, if somebody had told me life was going to be this good. I'll catch you guys tomorrow. We're going to get up early with the sun and go in search of some photography down here in God's country. Farmland, old barns, cattle. God knows what you'll find. There's reports of cougar here recently. There's deer, there's bear, there's all kinds of wildlife. Turkeys! I want to get some turkeys. Oh, did I mention Leafs won? 2-0 in the series. Go Leafs! Can you hear that wind? The trailer is literally shaking and hasn't stopped in 4 hours. Ooh. Good morning, guys. Bit of a rough night. 3 degrees Celsius. I didn't light the pilot light for the furnace last night, so didn't think it was going to be that cold. Well, the wind shook the trailer all night long, and then I spent the other half of the night. We might have had a few beers, we might have had some rye, might have had some pepperettes, might have had some chips, might have had some on and on. I did eat a butter tart after dinner. I ate Aunt Laura's cooking. Ooh, all right, so I've been up since 4, waiting for the sunrise, and that's the sunrise. Cloudy with a chance of rain. But we've got the cameras. We're gonna go for a drive. Lots of beautiful farmland down here and wildlife, so well, as uncomfortable as last night was, these trips are important. Uncle Mike and I have had a long-standing history of playoffs, whether it be Blue Jays or Toronto Maple Leafs. 25 years. My wife went to school down here and we lived down here for 4 years, and we made a pact that we would always try to get together as much as we could for playoffs. And I'll tell you, it's been some bad playoff runs. The last time I was down was 2 years ago for the Blue Jays, and they lost 2 games straight to get booted out of the playoffs. They didn't even score a run. Couldn't even make it to the 3rd game, and it was just terrible. So, for the Leafs to actually win last night, yeah, we're both so stoked. Now, if they can just win Friday night, that'll be 2 games, that we got to hang out together, and they win, that would be maybe too much to ask for. I don't know. Well, I don't know what these things are on the road here. What is that? It got to be from the farm here that's coming up, because those aren't wild, I don't think. Oh, lots of cattle down here in these parts as well. I heard that the coyotes were down here attacking the calves last week. I brought the audio recorder for when I'm sleeping in the trailer down here. I know there's lots of owls. I sometimes hear the coyotes, but it was so windy last night that I didn't hear any coyotes or owls or anything. Just heard the trailer rattling and shaking all night. But I'm hoping to get some cool recordings down here, audio and video. I only found some turkeys, but they're out there 300 yards. They're doing some mating dance, hopping around, and there's some mating ritualistic stuff going on. Well, I was just driving along and I saw this old road snaking off between the fields here. I don't see any private signs. I have no idea where it goes. It looks like a great place to maybe find some wildlife. Unless we get chased off by some farmer. Oh, there was a turkey right there. And it just flew. Damn it! I'm seeing lots of signs of old homesteads, galvanized buckets, part of a stove back there. This had to be like a turn of the century road. They got old fencing here all along. That fencing's got to be, 70 years old. All the big piles of stone here, that stuff was moved by hand 100 years ago or more. So while I'm down here, I also plan on doing a spirit box session right at Uncle Mike's. He was raised by his grandparents, and if you look behind Aunt Laura and Uncle Mike's house, 300 yards across the field, you will see his grandparents' house. Now, I'm not going to say their names because I don't want to influence the box or anything, We'll have no record of me saying anything about them. So anything that comes through, I'm hoping to get Grandma's first name, Grandpa's first name, their last name. I know things about these people from when I was a kid because they were still around when I was a kid. They were old, but I remember there's certain things, going and visiting them, walking across the field with my cousins and going up to Grandma's. I'll tell you one thing. Because she always had pies. She always had a table full of freshly baked pies. So we would always sneak across the field as kids to go see Grandma. And I'm hoping that we get something from them to come through the spirit box. So, and the road that I'm on here right now, this old cow trail, it attaches to a road down here I've never been on or seen it before, but it is Uncle Mike's grandpa's name. I'll show you guys the sign so you'll know what his name was. So I won't say it, and there's no way that the Spirit Box app will know that, but you guys will know Uncle Mike's grandpa's first name because it's on the sign down here for this road. All right, sir, and for your fine dining choices, we have yellow, red, or white beer to go with your fried bologna. Any preference?
Take the white.
I can't read it now. No.
I can still see Lindsay. Uh-oh, 6 o'clock. I overslept. Gotta grab the cameras and see if we can go get some cool morning shots. The furnace ran all night, which was loud and noisy, but the trailer was warm and I did actually get some sleep, so let's see if we can go get some early morning photography. Oh. It's actually frost. All the cows were laying in the field, and I was just starting to get some shots of them with the nice morning breath coming out. And then they got up and they started wandering off, and then I realized the farmer's calling them for breakfast. So I'm still seeing signs of that big storm everywhere I drive down here. These are all the people's front yards. Just stacked, and what they're doing is the local municipalities are driving around with wood chippers, and guys are chipping all this stuff up. But it's been weeks, and it's going to take weeks more because everybody has this much in their yards. These stacks are as high as the roof of my truck, some of them, and it's every road you go down. It's been a lot of work for these people to clean this stuff up because you have to pile it at the end of your driveway in order for the municipality to take care of it. So the last pile at the end of the road here, that is higher than my truck, and if you look at those limbs, some of those are 8-9 inches around. That is a massive stack of wood right there. Here's an interesting thought. I just realized I'm a connoisseur of wood smoke. I've never thought of that in my life. And the truck is full of it right now. I had the windows down taking some pictures. Somebody has a fire burning at their farm this morning. I mean, a lot of them are wood stoves here. And I realized the smell of the wood is very different from up north. The wood that's down here, there's a lot of cedar and it's almost got like a mesquite smell to it. And I know that from all the years that we spent visiting Arizona. But I would never have thought of that, except the truck was just, the window was down. And I thought, wow, it smells fantastic. I love the smell of wood smoke, you know. Grew up heating our homes with that up north. Never really ever thought that the wood smoke would smell different from the houses down here as up north. Seen a lot of this stuff on the back roads too. Huge trees just laying on the power lines. Listen to those birds. I was just driving along and I saw this beautiful spot here with the fence in the swamp, the nice reflection, even the sun shining from the water, and I thought I gotta stop and take a picture of that, so I've taken a couple. Just little things like that I'm looking for, you know, out in the morning. People would drive by that, not even give that a look. Okay, I'm gonna split a sandwich with Mom. It was just too big. You're gonna eat both of those?
You're darn right I am. If you're
Here's
barbecuing
Mikey's.
tonight,
You don't get any. Somehow, Uncle Mike and I got roped into bingo with the girls. It started out, they told us 40 bucks each. Then they said 60. I just spent 70, and then they wanted me to buy more. I'm like, no. How do you feel about this, Uncle Mike? Tell the truth. They're not here.
Oh, that's right. They conned us.
Yeah, they conned us.
and smoke and eat.
Okay,
smoke and
there's some
laugh.
ritualistic shit going on here. This is who? What is this?
Trunkles.
Trunkles, and you don't touch Trunkles.
Oh, you can.
The chocolate bars have to be perpendicular.
Yeah.
You set your bingo lid face up, so just like a horseshoe, it's good
And-
luck.
And left boob on the table.
Oh, okay. I wasn't familiar with that one.
5033.
Big winner.
Hey, we just won 25 bucks and we're splitting it 4 ways.
25720.
What was that worth?
$50.
Hey,
Yeah.
I just won 50 bucks. Come on, you're sleeping over there.
It's your turn now, though, Mike. We're taking turns.
Thank you.
I know.
Finally holding up his own. Maybe.
How much is that? $500?
Funny man.
Was it 50?
Whatever the carryover is, depending on how much they sold.
60 bucks. Hey, the pot's gonna grow. Hey, Uncle Mike, if we win another 200, we'll break even. I like that idea, Mike. I think you call those deck trolls. I'm not sure. It's tense. Toronto's up 2-1.
Maple Leaf.
That's for the tie.
Okay, you got your goal.
They didn't win, but they tied it up.
Yeah, quit whining.
How many
Jerry,
goals
please.
you got?
Yeah.
I was ready to jump again. I was.
Right here, shoot it!
All right, back out in the trailer. Leafs lost. Close game, went to overtime. Questionable reffing. But it is time for bed, so what I'm going to do is get the furnace fired up because it's freezing. I could almost see my breath in here, I'm pretty sure. And then I'm going to run the Hack Shack, maybe just when I'm laying here falling asleep, just to see what comes through. Let's do it.